In this demo, I will show you an example of taints and tolerations. Before I start with the demo, let me show you how you can see the master taint. Because as you noticed, when you schedule pods, they are not scheduled on the master. And that is because the master has a taint. So if you do kubectl get nodes, and we get the master node, that's the second one here. And I do o-YAML to output all the YAML. I will pipe it to less, type in, I search for taint. Then this node has one taint, effect no schedule, and the key is the node role Kubernetes IO master. So as long as you don't have toleration on this key, you will never schedule a pod on the master. I have a folder here, tolerations. And here in the README, I have the commands to taint a node. I'm going to taint my first node here, this one here. So I'm going to do kubectl taint node, the node name, and I'm going to give the taint type equals special node, and I'm going to use no schedule. Then I have a tolerations YAML file. Here we have two deployments. The first deployment doesn't have any toleration, it's just a normal deployment, 3 replicas, and the second one is also 3 replicas, but it has toleration on type equal the special node, effect no schedule. Let's kubectl create this toleration, and what is going to happen? I'm going to do kubectl get pod o-wide so that we get the nodes as well. I tainted this node, so only if the pod has a toleration, it will be scheduled on this node. My first deployment that launches 3 pods doesn't have any toleration. So you see it's scheduled on the node where the IP address ends with 160. So it never scheduled on the other node. And the other deployment, the one with the toleration, has 2 pods running on this node that has been tainted. Let me now taint the same node but with a different key. Taint nodes, and then I will just say type 2 special node 2. What is now going to happen? Kubectl get pods o-wide. Nothing is going to happen because I'm still using no schedule, so it will not evict any pods. Let's say that I delete a pod. I will delete this pod here. What's going to happen now? Well, it doesn't match the second taint, so it will not be scheduled on this node anymore. This one is terminated, and now there's a new one, and it has been scheduled on the 160 node and not on this node anymore. I still have one pod running on this third node that ends with 6. So let me do another taint, and I will use test key test value no execute. And no execute is different than no schedule because this will evict the pod. So if I use this node name and I press enter and I do kubectl get pods o-wide, then I now see that the last pod that was running on this node is now terminating and a new pod is now running, but on 160 and not on 6 anymore. So this is how taints work and how you can use tolerations to still schedule pods on nodes that are tainted. And then I also showed you the difference between no execute and no schedule. You can delete the pods again using kubectl delete. To then also remove the taints, you can use the same taint command, but with a minus sign after the key. For example, I did a taint nodes of this 6 node with test key, test value, no execute. if I just do test key with a minus sign, then I remove the taint, and now this node has been untainted. So this key is gone. So you need to do that for every key. So type minus and type 2 minus, and then the taints are gone.